What is up, guys? It's Mature Deity, and this will be part 8 of the guide. This will be the final episode for getting your account stabilized and just this first batch of guides. I am going to do a 3-part PvP guide after this. It's going to be part 1's a tier list as to getting your characters, which ones are easiest to build for newer players trying to get into PvP. And then from there, it's going to be, well, I'm going to have some build examples within that. The second one is going to be showing normal arena and guild war, just character combinations and things you can do, and trying to learn synergy of how to build characters, which gear goes on specific each thing. And then the third part is going to be showing how to develop some kind of strategy getting into both the RTA game mode and just general PvP. So it's a 3-part series that'll be coming. I'm waiting to release until I have all 3 episodes done. So it's not like this where, what has it been, a month since I've made this video, but where we left off was getting all of your PvE team set up. So that was the ultimate goal. You have your story clearing team that you've been going through with, and I wanted you to make all of your expedition teams, and then I showed you hunt teams as well. So once you get all that stuff set up, your account's pretty much good to go. One of the things that they have just announced is that they are going to be removing the Asimakalis cycle, which is something I never covered in my guides, and I'm actually personally thankful that it is going away and they're replacing it with a new updated content. A lot of people are mad about it. If you're new to the game, doesn't matter by the time you get to this part of the guide, or maybe you were waiting on this for a long time, but these may not be here and you don't have to worry about them. The gear was okay, but the new game mode that's coming out, I will make a part 9 to this guide going over that game mode whenever it does launch. So that will be this guide series to the full extent of finishing it. So what I'm going to do for this one, though, is just give you guys general guidance and try to shout out a couple of the other content creators for Epic 7 that I think are fantastic and will get you to where you need to go. So the first thing is, you were still going through your Orbis guide. Where I had you guys leave off was going to be in the Path of Air around part 45. Okay, so what I want you to do, most of you that are waiting on this, you're way ahead, but maybe if you start Epic 7 in June or July, then you're watching this just at your own pace and not waiting for me. But you're just going to continue to complete these, okay? Keep going through the story, chapter 4, chapter 5, with your normal story clearing team. There's a couple things I want to talk about along the way. So as you see, these are all just simple things that you need to complete. You can do all of them. You don't need me to walk you through each of these things. It's all pretty straightforward. The only things that you're going to get stuck on with this is going to be Abyss, and then there is one mission at the end that is going to be Automaton Tower. So we'll go into that real quick, and then I'm going to talk about story, one-shotting the final boss for chapter 4, and giving you in the description a bunch of different videos and guides you can go to. That's all this video basically is a resource hub as to where to go to find out where to beat each thing, because me going and doing this is just, it takes so much time once I get to this part of making the guide series that you guys are playing faster than me. I'm playing multiple accounts, multiple games. I just can't keep up. So the first thing is going to be the Abyss clearing. So with Abyss, there is a content creator named I Am Tsu. Okay, I'm going to link it down in the description. When you're going through Abyss, you're going to get stuck. And it is, in my opinion, the worst content in the game. Outside Raid, and Raid's gone, but or about to be gone. But this content, it is very challenging for some of the floors, and the thing that makes it challenging is the RNG of it. So you're going to slam your head against a wall. A lot of you have already experienced this, but once you get up to even floor 99, 100, very hard. There's floor 83, or I believe it's 83, very hard. 102, smash your head against the wall hard. But Tsu has guides for all of these. So you need to get to Abyss 110 for getting through all of the Orbis guide missions. So at the very end of the Path of Air, you will see that it is Abyss 110. So as you get to the end of this, you're also going to be getting a Moonlight 5-star, which is exciting. Hopefully for you. Hopefully you get something new. But as you see, all these missions stay the exact same. You just have to continue pushing story. The story is the main bottleneck for almost every single one of these. But going forward, there is going to be one mission, I believe it is in there's Draft Arena there. That is very easy. And then you're going to have, it's very close to the end, but it's going to be beating Automaton hard, the hardest difficulty of Automaton Tower. You also have to reach rank D in Hall of Trials. I'm going to be linking Tristan Wolf for any kind of Hall of Trials, depending upon which cycle it is. He will have an updated video for you. But this one is going to be Eliminate Queen and Asmakalis' cycle. That will be very easy. But this is the only other stage you will get stuck on as you're going through the Path of Air. So clear floor 25 of the Automaton Tower. Automaton Tower, I'm going to go over real quick, is going to be a bi-weekly game mode. Every 2 weeks it resets. So whenever it resets, you can go one tier higher than you could go before. It's in the seasonal section here. But Automaton Tower, as you see, it just reset. In order to unlock level 5, which is the one you need to beat for that, you have to beat level 4 and then wait for that 2-week period for the reset to be able to do this. So a lot of you will get bottlenecked there. If you can set yourself up in a way to beat Abyss floor 100 before you do level 3 and then do your entry, this could speed your progress up by a 2-week period and allow you to finish it. So the harder you go on Abyss and follow Tsu's guides, the better chance you'll have of getting to the 5th part of this and being done. Okay, so that is Abyss. That's the general clearing. Now, with going through story, there is the boss that is Zio, okay, the final boss of Chapter 4. When you're going through Chapter 4, this is where we pretty much left off at the end of the last episode. Phil, let me exit out of here. So going through Chapter 4, as you beat the different chapters, you're going to be able to work on this character, Aiden. Completely optional. She is nowhere near as good as she used to be. You can completely skip this if you would like. Otherwise, you just do the missions that it says here and follow step by step as you go along. And as you clear the chapter, you can go finish this. And this comes into play with the final boss, Zio, of Chapter 4. The most common way to beat it is to one-shot it. Okay, so if you want to make sure you complete everything, 3-star every stage, going through and getting Aiden would be ideal. You will just use the green Aiden, though. You don't have to go through all of the missions. Just get her unlocked and level her up and try to get her skill ups ready as well. And once you have green Aiden, you could stop from there for the one-shot. The video for the one-shot will be linked down in the description as well. Everything will be titled. The description is going to be a disaster, but it'll have every resource you should need. And if you find something out that you still need, comment it, and I will add the resource as to where to go to beat whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. Okay, so the other option with going through Chapter 4 or any boss you get stuck on as you're going through the story, you can just spend Skystones, guys. If you're really worried about trying to make sure that you 3-star every stage and get the extra 1 Mologora that you get out of it, you can. But for just general easiness of the game, if you don't care that much about 1 Mologora, you can just spend 50 Skystones a couple times. If you spend 200 Skystones to beat Zio and it's done and you can move forward, the amount of resources and time that you save yourself, in my opinion, is worth it. So it's up to you how you want to handle the final boss, but that will be linked down in the description as well. So those are the general main points that you're going to be getting your account to. Once you clear the Orbis guide, from there, sorry to tell you, all there will be to do is PvP. Okay, the whole reason you will be playing the game will be to do the occasional side stories that come up. These will pop up every time there's a new event or something. And otherwise, the only reason to continue playing the game is to get to PvP. So those PvP guides will be coming. Already had the first one pretty much done. Actually, we did a good chunk of it on stream not too long ago. So I have that video ready, and then I will do a couple of like match series after this 3-video episode or thing, and you'll be good to go. Again, with getting into PvP, you're going to need to learn how to craft, so you can do that. Now, the final thing I'm going to touch on is going to be Rift. Depending on when you start Epic 7, there's going to be a different Rift cycle. With this Rift cycle, it's going to be different mechanics, and it changes every single time, meaning that people will have different teams that you can use depending on what it is. Their last 2 rifts were super easy. This one's actually relatively hard. That is going to be Tristens Wolf. Tristens Wolf is a person who makes guides for all of the different rift content. He's just the go-to rift guy, and a lot of other PvE content, including Hall of Trials, which I talked about earlier. Tristens Wolf is the go-to. So I will be linking his channel down below. I'm going to be linking Tsu's channel. I'm going to try to get a link to his Abyss playlist, and I will put that in there. So you should have every resource that you could possibly need to continue on playing Epic 7. But again, once you're done with that, I have the crafting guide you can go follow and slowly start trying to learn how to use gear or roll gear. And then from there, the PvP guide will, hopefully the second part of that will go into how to distinguish what kind of gear goes on what character. I know that's going to be a problem for a lot of you. It's one of the things I see the most is you just don't, you get a piece of gear and you're like, I think this is good, but you don't know if it's good or not. And if it is good and someone says, oh, that's a great piece, you don't know who to put it on. I think I have a decent solution as to how I explained that within that video. So all of that stuff is coming. Again, if you were waiting for this, I'm sorry. I'm extremely busy right now. I'm in the process of moving on top of everything else going on. So I'm doing what I can, but this has gone for so long that there's no way I can go back and do like a step-by-step from all of this, because every single stage takes 10 minutes to beat. Those of you guys that are going through story right now, you know how long every stage takes. So again, if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. I'll put all those links down there, and I will see you all once I get the PvP 3-part guide finished, and it will be a continuation from here. But lastly, that other type of content, it's Constellation something. It just got announced today. If you're watching in the future, if you do not see a part 9 attached after this, that means that that content isn't out yet. We're still waiting on it. But otherwise, once that comes out, I'll have a whatever kind of detailed guide I can get into that, because that has some insane rewards that you can get. So that's all I have for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging around for the series. Hopefully you had fun with Epic 7. But again, you're at the point now where it's either PvP or you're probably going to be playing other games and just logging in this game occasionally. And I tried to warn you about that from the beginning, but it's just the game. It is how it is. So that's all I got. See you later.